Howdy, Harry.
Howdy,
Hello.
Harry.
Hello, hello. What can I do for you boys?
Well, just stopping by, seeing what you have. Also dropping off a few things. Also asking what you're looking for, other
Oh,
than
just
your normal sewing kits, leather sewing kits, etc.
yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else that I'm looking for right now. But yeah, feel free to take a look around.
I didn't know if you had some like certain type of ticket items that other people were asking about. You're looking for and that.
Trying to think. Can't think of anything off the top of my head. There probably is something, but I just can't think of anything right now. If it gets too dark in here, let me know. I can light up a flare or something. But yeah, no.
Oh,
No, I was just gonna say, yeah,
meds.
let me check the med locker. Let's see, we got lots of morphine, a little bit of epi, methadone, codeine. I think it's all right for now. Hello.
Oh, it's part of our group.
Come on in.
Late to the party.
It's getting dark. Anybody have NVGs on? 'Cause I'm gonna spark a flare up in here, just so I don't blind you. All right, I just don't want to blind anybody.
Yep, you're good.
Much appreciated.
Hey Harry, we found some meds that are interesting that we haven't seen before. Well, I mean, we know of them, but we've never seen them in this land before.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, no, I haven't seen. I haven't crossed any of those. I know there's. Now, I haven't come across the Viagra before, but I do know other people have come across that for sure. I think everybody's come across these, but I do think they are rare. So
yeah,
you might be better off giving those to someplace like Camp Wolf or the McCullens. That actually have medical personnel.
Fair enough. Yeah, I figured I'd give you the methadone and the Narcan.
All right, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you know of anybody selling any type of vehicles in that area? Or if you're selling anything?
Oh, I don't have any vehicles. No. Yeah, like I said, I always tell people go speak to Yellowstone about getting on a horse because vehicles.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things you got to keep an ear out, and because people often do decide they want to get rid of their vehicles or whatever. I mean, I would have said go to the Caravan, but after what happened yesterday, there won't be any more Caravans by the sound of it. Poor Sal.
Yeah. I hope he's okay. I hope he somehow made it out there.
Well, he's a pretty resilient fella, so, hopefully he did. I guess we'll just have to wait. Oh, only time will tell, right? So.
Yeah. Andrew and I both went over there, a few of my guys and his guys, and we took a look at it, and it's still exploding, and rocks are going everywhere. Fucking, I don't know how many tons, like feet of rubble are packed into his building.
Right. Yeah, I heard about everything on the radio last night. I was already here, and then it's like people are saying, don't come, and then other people are like, we're showing up, and I was just thinking, this is just not going to be good, so I'm going to stay where I am.
Yeah. It wasn't really bad. It was just, we were just there, and then a zombie horde started happening, and then, I don't know, it was just, once the zombie horde was cleared, then a gigantic mortar or something went off at right in front of Saul's shop, and it just landed perfectly there. It actually, one of my guys here was there, and he instantly down and had to get him up.
It sucked. It hurt a lot too.
Well, I imagine so. You're lucky.
And then, yeah.
And imagine getting chased by like 4 drones.
He actually was over there, and he woke up later on, and he was chased by 4 Imperium drones in the area late last night.
Oh, so they were later on. They weren't there like at when all the other stuff was going on.
Exactly. It didn't seem. We think the mortars were caused by them, but not sure.
Well, I mean, odds are, because they are the only they're the only group that I know of that has access to that sort of thing. So that would make sense. I wonder why they had the drones there, though.
The biggest thing also is with the mortars before, everybody talks about how you hear them from the distance, and also the red smoke. There was no red smoke. There was no sound in the background. It just hit.
Well,
like it could have been from a farther long range.
Well, my question is, how do you know for sure it was a mortar and wasn't like somebody planted explosives or something?
If it was explosives like that, it would be different. It was.
I'm going to be completely honest. The big ass craters out front.
All right,
yeah, there are huge craters everywhere.
All right. Well, like I said, I haven't been over there, so it's like I was just asking though, just because it sounded like it was a precision hit, and just make sure
they coded like it hit the ground more than it hit buildings.
Right.
So, I mean, Sal's shop got hit, but all the other buildings are okay.
Huh. Wonder if that's why the drones
Out in
were
the
there.
Field. Yeah, I don't know.
They might have been looking for Sal. Or
we were able to get Wyatt out.
Oh, that's good.
Wyatt was also in the building, and we were able to break into the building, dig our way out to the point, got Wyatt out, couldn't find Sal. Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, yeah. Like I said, hopefully Sal's okay. Like I said, he's pretty tough guy, pretty resilient, pretty resourceful too. So, I guess the only thing we can do is just wait till the smoke kind of clears a bit more. And then we can try and see if we can at least recover a body or something. But if there's still explosions going off and the building's so unstable, then there's no point in doing that right now. Obviously, no need to put other people at risk. Especially when it could be a recovery as opposed to a rescue mission. So,
in Christ, it is dark as fuck.
I don't know. It's something big, but I'm not sure. Oh, another thing. You're probably going to get flooded with them. Originally, the Caravan was supposedly accepting 308 rifles, and and they didn't. So we have a surplus of 308 rifles that we can give out if you taken any of those.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to, like anything like that, you want to donate, that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't think I have any 308s right now. Everybody else pick up a bit. Yeah. Just hold on a second here. I might have one in there or something. I did have like a LAR, I know at one point, an LAR, but somebody took that. There's a mag for one in there though, and
we can stock you up. Once we get done here, we can fly back and pick up some stuff and then bring it back and donate.
all right. Well,
That shouldn't be too hot.
Doesn't need to necessarily be tonight either. I mean, it's all good. Just trying to think, yeah, because I don't have any 308 rounds back there. I've have all those kept aside because some people were talking that we might be going down to that bunker down in Dolnick later on in the week, so making sure I got rounds for that.
We actually ended up going to that on Friday. I think Friday? Thursday? I don't know.
Correct, Friday.
Yeah, we found some good stuff there.
Yeah, I'm not too much worried about finding stuff. We're going to go and try and see if we can get some information, because I think that's no offense to you fellows or whatever. Everybody's going down there looking for loot, but I'm more curious about if there's any like information that may shed some light on some of the going ons around here lately.
I'm trying to think of anything that we could have found there that would be something like that. I don't remember. I know there was some paper scattered in some medical areas.
All right.
I don't know if you've heard anything about it, but some of the things with supers are changing. If you want that information. Apparently, Ethereum has developed a round that will cause supers to lose their healing ability.
All right.
They can pretty much die like normal.
Okay. I wonder if that. I'm wondering if that's had anything to do with that mutant month or so ago. Month and a half ago. There was a, this is before you boys ended up in the area, I believe, down around Lake Swag, like down the sanctuary area. There was a mutant, and I guess he had like tentacles and stuff like that, and people went down and, obviously took care of business sort of thing, but like Allie and a couple of her other boys, they got... They got like lesions from it, right? And they didn't heal. Now all their other abilities stayed, but those lesions, and they're, as you know, the supers, they heal really quick and stuff. Right now, these took a really long time to finally clear up. So I'm wondering if that was, part of what was going on there then.
Sounds like it, but yeah. There's these bullets that apparently I've been told from other leadership around, and apparently it's a weakness. Also, supers are being attacked and like sniffed out by the infected, even Imperium.
Huh. I have noticed. Now, this doesn't have anything necessarily to do with supers, but I've noticed the the infected seemed to be a little bit more hostile, and it was really weird. The other day, I was out doing a loot run. Right, I was out running around, and you know that town out west, Bielova. There's a farm on the east side of it, and as I came through there was like 4 to 5 of those tribe demons out there. And they chased me for like miles on my ATV and stuff like that. Well, the thing is, though, I haven't seen. First off, usually if you see them, they're usually by themselves. Like they'll be like with infected or whatever, but like you don't usually see them in like groups like that at all. And like I said, they chased me they chased me for a good like mile or two before they finally gave up.
Though we encountered something like that today.
Normal?
Sorry, what was that?
Were they darker than normal?
To be completely honest, I'm not quite sure. It's like one of those things where, like I said, I was on the ATV, and I saw one on the road, and I decided I'm just going to go ahead and take it out with the ATV. Well, it didn't. It like just got back up without problems. And I look over that side of the road, and there's like 4 or 5 of them there, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not going to stick around. Thank you, and tore off down the road. And if you head east out down the road from there, there's like some military tents and stuff. And so I stopped there, and I looked back down the road, and they were still coming. And I was just like, oh, screw this noise, and left the area completely.
Yeah, we've been finding some of the tribe demons that have been like a blue-black color. They're black, but they're like blue hues instead of red. That's what's been attacking lately.
They might have been. They might have been. Like I said, I don't know for sure because it was just more like even if they're like the red ones, it's like having that many all together when I was by myself. That was not a situation I wanted to contend with, sort of thing, right? So I just took off.
Stick around and see.
Yeah, it's like that's not a fuck around and find out situation. But like I said, now you're saying that, I think they were a darker color.
That's something different. I know we were down south there for a little bit, and we had a drone, quote unquote, observe us, and he seemed to have the ability of having not tribe demons, but the tumor. We call them tumor guys, Popeyes, whatever, the giant arms.
Oh, the fisters.
We'd find, fisters. We'd find groups of 5 of them.
Huh. Because the only times now, and even those, now were you finding them in military areas, or were they off like just in the villages, or?
These were the first 2 groups were in the military zone, and I had that drone watching me.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to a village town, and we had another, 5 or 10 spot and like show up out of nowhere.
Because I know, like, I don't normally go into the military stuff myself, but I do know from just like even watching from afar, like, you will get groups of them sometimes, but usually only like maybe 3 or 4, and that's it. It sounds like you're finding a lot more. That's interesting. That's interesting.
We were also way farther south. The military area we were at was Swalrog, just east of Polana.
Right.
And
Well,
then
that's where that mutant was that I was talking about. So was down the lake down there.
Okay. And then we went to Polana, and the drone showed up. We had a talk with him. He was surprisingly nice, or indifferent. He was wanting information. That's about it. But he wasn't aggressive at all. He never even taunted us.
Okay, so was this a drone, or was this one of the low-level imps?
It could have been a low level imp, but he was robotic.
Right.
He was a talker.
That more sounds like an imp, but regardless.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had one here. The other week when Mercy got killed out in Toplin, right? A day or two later, I was here and I was speaking with Chase. I don't know if you know who Chase is, but it doesn't really matter. We were talking, and then I happened to look over by my gate, and there's this red helmet and red helmeted imp standing there, just listening to us. So I just walked right up to him, asked him, what the hell he wanted and what could I do for him, kind of thing, and he was just listening to us, and apparently he had been part of the thing at Toplin and stuff like that, and yeah, it's like I've had several encounters with Imperium, both who they consider the good Imperium, but also the bad Imperium. A lot of times they are just looking for information, really. But of course, once the bullets start flying, then all bets are off at that point.
We haven't been armed anywhere close enough to even defend ourselves from one of them, so we've been very passive towards them. We'll ask them for information as well.
Right.
We had one named Galahad who stopped by our place a few different times.
I don't know that one. Though all the ones I know were things they're going by colors, right? Like there was blue and silver and oh god. Well, I shouldn't say that because there's Jaguar as well, Wasp, the Huntress. I don't know. There's all kinds of different ones. I do know the one that was here though. He was not the. It gets so confusing, good Imperium, bad Imperium. As far as I'm concerned, Imperium is Imperium. As far as I'm concerned, it's just some seem more accommodating to help people out as opposed to
being aggressive.
Right. But this one was with I guess what you would call the bad Imperium, because he said he was part of Mr. T's group. Mr. T is the leader of the Imperium. So. But like I said, he wasn't aggressive towards us.
Yet to have the pleasure to meet him. Honestly, I don't even know how he looks.
I haven't met him personally. I have met, or at least I'm not sure if I met him back like maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago. It was not too long after we got these lands. There was they were scouring looking for a scientist who I believe was involved with the mutant research, and they're out looking for them. And an imp, but he was dressed more like we are, kind of thing. Like he looked more like a geared person, and then he had an actual imp with him in the power armor and stuff. The guy got out of the Humvee and tore the damn door off it by mistake. But anyways, they were running around looking for this person and stuff like that, and they gave me a gold mark to let me know, if I heard any information, to reach out to Thomas, which I believe is Mr. T. So I don't know if that was him or if that was just one of his lieutenants, but yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, it's really hard to keep honestly to keep track of who's good and who's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, I'm bad with names in the first place, and now everybody's in this certain type of armor, so unless there's something that really stands out, I wouldn't recognize one from the other.
Yeah, well, that's my problem as well. That's my problem as well. My understanding is now, it sounds like most of the imps have some sort of red on their armor, but I do know some of our people still have red armor, I think, too. So you can't go by anything. I think I mentioned this before. When we first came to these lands, Imperium were the only ones with anything like that, including like helicopters and stuff like that. So I mean, like you heard a heli, it was Imperium. You saw somebody running really fast, it was Imperium. You saw somebody in power armor, it was Imperium. But now it's like everybody's got that stuff, and that pretty much describes half the groups. So.
Oh, another thing. One last thing. There's a group. I'm trying to remember their name. Gwen told me. I think it's Legionnaires.
Legionnaires. Yeah.
They're. Yeah. Have you heard or seen any of them in the land in the past weeks, months? Anything? Heard any from them?
I heard a couple of them were on the radio maybe 2 weeks ago, but I haven't heard anything from them since. Their compound is just east of Colin Brody on the south side of the river. That big compound there's helis there and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, they were gone for a long time, and then, like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I heard them on the radio. But then I haven't heard anything since. So
I heard something that their compound was south of Saboka. So
no, not Legionnaires.
Okay, you know a group that's south of Saboka?
South
Maybe
of Saboka
Quinn's got his stuff messed up.
South of Saboka at Lake Crud is the Cove. That's Mackenzie, Helena, a bunch of them. That's where a lot of the. When we first come to these lands, it's like there was a group ended up settling. There was two main camps to start, as far as the people that came from outside of the area. That was the Cove and Camp Cryptid, which is way out east under the lakes. So yeah, that's the only one that I know of that is south of Saboka. Like, unless you start going like real south kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess one of the things that we're looking at is expanding our base, but at the same time, we've also heard that there could be some bases that are abandoned or something, and one of them that could have been it was Legionnaires. So,
well, like I said,
something we're looking into.
If you want to take a look, like I said, if you go to the south side of the river and it's right along, like it's the main road that runs along the river. So if you go to the south side of the river and then just take that east, you cannot miss it. It's in between Colin Brody and like where you turn to go down to Tarnow and stuff like that. Like I said, it's a huge compound. It's an old police station that they had taken over.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's, like I said, that's Legionnaires. Now, I don't know if there's any other compounds around and stuff like that. And like I said, I don't know how you'd get in there per se, because it's still all locked up and stuff. So, but I mean, you can go check it out.
I mean, it's not only that we're just like looking for a place, and if a place is already built up, why bother breaking our backs? If it's just abandoned and nobody been around for months or whatever.
Well, like I said, they were around a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know, I basically heard them for a couple of days on the radio. I was kind of surprised they didn't come by, because they used to, they were good friends of mine before they left. But I haven't heard anything since. You just may want to check with like some of the other groups in case they have heard anything from them, like the McCullens or anybody like that.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we were just told about this earlier today, so we're just looking into it. And I know everybody comes to see you, so you're the man who knows things. So yeah.
Well, not so much these days as in the past, but yeah, like I said, that's the only base I can think of. Like, I mean, I don't think there's a ton of people out at Camp Cryptid anymore either, but that's more of a community.
Okay.
Anyways, it's oh, where's my map here? So yeah, it's way out east, basically northeast of Stitnik. So there's a lake out there. It's like, oh, my map's all smudged here. It's like Wasaka or something, or Wasako. It's got like an island in the middle of the lake. If you go to the south shore of that, where the there's like a couple of roads and stuff meet at like right at the south part of that lake. There's a community there, and it's like got a whole bunch of hunting cabins. They had set up medical there, like all kinds of stuff. But I don't know if people are still living there or not. To be quite honest, like I said, it used to be quite active, but then a lot of the people that were living there ended up moving elsewhere into other groups as the months went on. But like I said, that's more of a community kind of thing, right? It's not like there's like high walls around or anything. Like there are some buildings that are fortified, but
all right, well, get out of your hair. You can what these guys have picked up.
all right.
Headaches.
Have a good one, sir.
All right. You guys be safe.
Guys. But yeah, well, you gonna be around here for how long?
I'm not quite sure, to be completely honest with you.
30 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying. Don't worry about it necessarily tonight. I mean, when you're thinking about coming, reach out on the radio, see if I'm still awake or not.
Do.
All right.
Glad to see you're doing all well. Doing all right. Anything you need, holler out and ask.
All right.
Help.
Sounds good. All right. Be safe.
See ya. Thank you, Harry.